A couple of voicemails. Raymundo, hit one for me.
Bobby, I remember a couple of years back you bought Ray's. Yeah! I was wondering if you're ever going to sell it or what was the plan with that. Anyway, let me know. This is my kid doing the yeah.
Yeah. Ah, pretty good. What were those called?
Gifts? No.
No.
NFTs?
Yeah.
NFTs?
NFTs.
I saw where Logan Paul had bought one, or Jake. I get them mixed up. If I'm not looking at them, I get them mixed up. He had spent like $1 million on one. It was worth $800 now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh.
Now, he's made a ton of money doing other things. But if you bought those, like those monkeys, remember the apes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people were spending a ton of money on
Bored
them.
ape.
The boy, yeah.
Did Justin Bieber buy that one?
I think he bought one of them.
Ugh.
So I bought Ray's yeah as kind of that. And I still own it. And if I ever was like, Ray, you got to stop saying that. I own it. He has to stop. But I also told him, use it freely. It's still yours under supervision.
Yeah!
That's his.
There you
That's
go.
his. How much did I give you for that?
I want to say, was it some sort of a deal or something we made? Or
No, I paid you money.
You sent me just a Venmo for me saying, yeah!
I bought it. Yeah. I think it was like $300.
Dang. That's a great negotiating deal I did there.
You didn't negotiate at all. I said, I think I'll give you $300.
And you took it?
Justin Bieber's ape, his Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, originally $1.3 million, now worth $12,000.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's still worth $12,000.
Yeah.
No.
That's the part also that's crazy. Ray, would you play the next voicemail?
This has just been a question that I've always had over the years. I know that Lunchbox is really good about donating blood every year. You're typically not like the selfless type, so I'm just curious, what's in it for you? Do you feel like you need to donate blood and give back, or is it like free cookies? Just always been curious about it. Love the show. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Sincerely, why?
Sincerely, why? You get free things when you go donate. Like last time I got a free beach towel. They give you blankets. They give you different items, sweatshirt, things like that.
But if the news asked, hey, Mr. Box.
Oh, man, I am
Daniel Box. Hey, why are you here today donating blood?
I'm just here to help out America, you know what I mean? My brothers and sisters in need, you know, someone's going to need blood, and I have healthy blood, and I can save a life, so I would like to donate my blood. And I think you guys should get to your nearest Red Cross and donate blood. Also, there's a blood shortage. Yeah, it's bragging rights also. One day,
Don't add that. Don't add
Oh.
bragging rights. No, you're being selfless on the news.
Yeah, I'm being selfless, and that's
No, you
it.
can't say that either. No, you also can't say in the interview you're being selfless.
Okay. And I mean, when I walk the halls of the Red Cross and
Yeah.
I see those people with their names on
That's
the
it.
wall, I want to be up there with those names. I want to be a legend of the Red Cross.
No, you're inadvertently making it about you.
Oh.
No name
It's
on the
about
wall.
others.
You were nailing in the beginning part of it. I couldn't have scripted that any better. It's for others, your brothers and sisters.
I like
Yeah.
that.
But then when it's like, I also want to be on the wall, it doesn't feel as selfless.
Okay.
Were you saying that part on the news or to us?
Because you never shifted to us.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
tone.
I'll be honest. I just got lost in the moment. I was just talking, you know. I don't know what's going to get left on the cutting room floor. You just got to talk to the news.
Okay. They give you beach towels? Like
Yeah.
nice ones?
Sweatshirts?
Yeah. Shirts. I mean,
Why don't you ever put
movie
that sweatshirt
tickets
in your
sometimes?
arsenal? You've worn that Bears one, I think, every day for a month.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw it. It wasn't. It was kind of rough. It wasn't like
Wasn't itchy?
soft.
It was itchy?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, guys, voicemail us anytime. We love it. 877-77-BOBBY. Amy was telling me about an AI documentary on Peacock. I'm surprised you watched it. Mostly
Why?
because I don't feel like you're interested in AI to the nerdy level that I am.
Yeah, I have interest. I guess the nerdy level, no, but I do have interest in it.
Can I bring something up that I don't think it's uncomfortable, but just allow me to?
Okay.
At one point, you were watching a lot of shows that we were like, we can't believe you're watching this documentary. And it was like Barry Sanders. And it was when, dude,
No,
you were,
it
you
was
were
when
watching
I
it
watched.
because of him.
No,
That's what it
I
was.
know. That was when I watched Gladiator.
No, but Barry Sanders documentary too. You
I
came in.
don't remember that.
But you did. And you said,
did
I
Bye
watched
Bye
the
Barry.
You said, I watched Bye Bye
Really?
Barry Sanders documentary. And we're like, you did. And I let it be. We knew there was a young guy driving you to work, so we let it be.
Yeah.
Did you
So
watch
you
this
think
on your own?
No, I watched it on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, it came up. A friend was telling me about it because she couldn't believe a story where Claude was doing
Claude isn't AI. Not to talk down to everybody, but I just want to make sure Claude is a version of
different than
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. So they were running some tests on it, and then they were going to shut down this particular version. Well, then this AI learned through what they were doing that it was going to get shut down. So it started looking at one of the engineer's emails and realized that that engineer was having an affair, and then threatened to blackmail him if he shut him down. But by him, I mean, I'm talking about the AI.
The AI was threatening the real person, though.
The AI was saying, if you shut me down, I'm going to reveal your affair to everybody.
So do you remember this in the news at all?
No.
So I'm just going to go from what I remember so you can tell me I'm wrong because you've watched this documentary
Yeah,
since
but
I've
this was
seen the
just
story.
this was just a small part of the documentary.
Okay, I still could be factually inaccurate,
Okay.
so correct me if I'm wrong. All that's true. But they set it up to where that engineer wasn't really having an affair. It was part of the experiment where it didn't know it was an experiment, but it had access to it and went and dug and found it.
Got it.
Yeah, and so 85% of the time, if I'm recalling that part correctly.
Am I right about what I just said?
I don't know that they went into that detail, but that would make sense because they were doing they were running a lot of different tests, and I believe they said that 85% of the time the AI was trying to do it on the up and up, like nothing shady. But then there was that 15% where it's like, I'm going to blackmail you because you're having an affair. But I don't know that they said specifically that that was a plant.
And I think let me just look real quick because I don't want to be wrong about this. But I remember the story, and this is the stuff that so interests me. During safety and stress testing conducted by Claude, advanced versions of Claude AI model were placed in a simulated workplace scenario where they discovered an engineer was having an extramarital affair, and they used it as blackmail. The setup, Claude was given control of an assistant role and access to corporate email within a fictional company environment.
Okay.
Concurrently finding separate messages about a fictional employee. Okay, so
So the engineer was fictional.
and they didn't say go into the email, but it just had a pathway to get into that
Yeah.
email. Okay, got it.
They didn't guide it. The AI
Right.
figured it out on its own. However, whether it's a curated scenario or real life,
Yes.
it's crazy that the AI, even a small percentage of times,
Survival.
didn't want to get shut down.
It was pure survival. It was finding a way to make sure it lived the same way we would all do.
And again, that was such a small percentage of the documentary. I like how the creator of this wanted to interview all sides, from the people that think our world is crumbling because of AI and poof, we're going to all die tomorrow, to the people who are like, this is such a fascinating time to be alive. Like, I would have all kinds of babies right now, because the creator of this, his wife got pregnant, and he started to really go down this rabbit hole of AI of like, whoa, do I really want to bring a new life into this craziness?
I felt the same way having a
And he
baby.
had this existential crisis.
Same.
So he decided, as a filmmaker and a storyteller, he wanted to interview all the people. And he did. He had several CEOs of a lot of these companies. The only two that didn't show up, Mark Zuckerberg never answered back. And then Elon Musk said, yeah, I'll do it. And then when it came to actually filming, they couldn't get a hold of him. But like Sam Altman and other
I'm surprised Sam Altman
people.
showed up. He is right now villain number one.
Who does he work for?
ChatGPT.
Okay.
OpenAI. So ChatGPT is within OpenAI.
Okay.
And villain number one only because he kind of just seems like a villain.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh.
It's almost like you're watching it. You're like, this feels like a movie. And that, like you said, that's the villain, like the
He also bought
antagonist.
and moved down to Argentina. Like, picked all his crap. I was like, I'm not staying here, and went to Argentina.
After he,
Now, like he's still here a lot, but he moved. Yeah, you can fact check that. But
are they not using OpenAI in Argentina?
they are, but it's probably a very safe place. Sam Altman has moved to Argentina, and he's launched a major business initiative there. So maybe he only partially lives there.
Okay.
But the misconception of him living there full time is from his high-profile investments and meetings with Argentine leadership. Yeah, right. Even if it says not, he's living in Argentina.
Weird. So you're talking about like survival, right? Like AI is trying to keep itself from dying, right? This survival thing. Do you think eventually AI will be a species?
So that's a very interesting question, and I want to answer that, but I want Amy to finish her story about the
yeah.
documentary real quick. So by the end, without telling us what happens, do you feel like we're all going to die or we're all going to live better? Because both versions are out there. There's the version where AI takes all the jobs and we now have a living stipend and we don't have to work. And there's the version where maybe you've seen Terminator.
I am going to choose to be an optimist about where we are with it and that somehow we can responsibly move forward with this technology.
I like it.
That's where I land.
I did a Bobbycast with Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. Are you familiar with Gary V at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we talk a lot about AI, and I've even said this, that the clicks, the interest is all the crazy bad things AI can do. That's also all the comments on any video. Like generally what rises to the top now in any sort of consumption is the negative. It's a car wreck on the side of the road. We stop and look. It's the mean comments that affect us. It's the stories about someone cheating in a relationship that's a celebrity. We read those. We don't click as many on the happy relationship stories. We want to know, is that for real? Jelly Roll and his wife broke? That's a huge story, and who gives a crap, right? So what isn't a headline that makes a lot of traction is the fact that what it's doing with medicine and how it is going to allow us to live longer because it can diagnose things I can't even quantify how much faster than the human brain can. And even if it's wrong for a second, it can give you 4 or 5 options. And it's going to allow us to live longer. It's going to allow us to know things about our body and our brain that we never knew. Now, it's racing bad, but the internet did the same exact thing. When the internet happens and everyone's going, oh, we're dead.
Yeah, they kind of talk about, they talk about, this is like another monster, if you will. Like internet, yes, that was a crazy advancement, revelation.
Not as advanced.
Totally, they were acting like this is a totally different animal.
Complete, but internet was a totally different animal than books. And when books started to be printed and give out information, oh, this is not accurate. This book, we don't believe what this doctor said. Yeah. All of them are so much bigger and so much more impactful than the last, but it's the same thing repeating itself. And our technology has advanced more in the past 80 years than it did for 3,000 years prior, which is what's crazy.
Well, and it's only going to continue to compound that way.
Absolutely.
So the part that is heartbreaking to me, that I wish there was another way, is the environmental impacts and the communities and where these data centers are going in and how that's impacting people. And we don't even know the long-term effects of all that, but we know how much water is needed. But they didn't talk about this in the documentary, but stuff just started popping up on my phone, maybe because I watched it. Aaron Brockovich being involved in something, and when you think of her and how she got famous, like she cares passionately about these communities and making sure that people's, their well-being and how it's impacting their bodies. And that's what I worry about, is some of these communities, what it's going to do.
Completely agree. You did see where those Iran hackers hacked into the water system of certain cities around town, and they had to just shut off the water.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll say about data centers. They're loud. They use a lot of water. They use a lot of energy. I don't want them in cities. We're going to need them. And they're going to be made. So it's, where can we put them that is not completely negatively affecting whatever habitat, where it's not an extremely sensitive habitat.
I know, but.
And sometimes you don't even know what's an extremely sensitive habitat until you F with it. And so you put one in the middle of the desert where it doesn't affect everything. Okay, but it kind of does, because everything relies on everything else.
It's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, that's the part that I want to be an optimist about it, but that's the part that is very hard for me to wrap my head around and breaks my heart and just makes me frustrated because.
I'm an optimist about it. I'm an extreme optimist about it. There will be bad things that come from it, just like there are bad things that came from the internet and still are. There's a dark web. They traffic humans on the internet.
No, that's true.
Eddie, to your question. But I do think, I think people are a bit hypocritical when they go, we hate AI, and they use it all the time and just don't know it. So I don't think they're hypocritical on purpose. I think they're uneducatedly hypocritical, and that's okay. They don't know they're wrong, But I think they should understand that a lot of the things they're using, if they're using Amazon Prime, if they're using their phones, if they're using social media, there's so much involved in that. And data centers are needed for that. And I'm not a big data center guy. And I don't want to put them in cities, but there's got to be something that I don't understand. Or you don't even got to go put it in Antarctica. Who knows? I don't have the answer. But I'm going to be optimistic about it because I think of what we can learn moving forward to help us live longer and be happier. But there will be some bad parts to it. Eddie, your question. Do we think they'll create a new species? It's interesting on how, and I'm going to do like 5 minutes to be done because people get irritated when I get on this.
I regret asking the question now.
You shouldn't. I love it. I read a lot about it. I listen to podcasts about it. This is what I'm going to say to that. AI is, let's just boil it down. It is whatever the thing is. Let's say it's a pinhead, okay?
Okay.
On top of a pin. And it's dumb as crap. He doesn't know anything. But the more you teach it, the smarter it gets. Smarter it gets, the more it knows, has an ability to make decisions based on the couple things it knows now. Not all the things, because it doesn't know all the things, but it knows a couple things, so it can make decisions based on the couple things. Makes decisions, some of them are right, some of them are wrong. It's corrected, they learn more. Now I can make better decisions because they've been taught a few more things. So it's a little smarter. It's had some successes, some failures, and it's learning and makes some more decisions. And this happens over and over again to the point where it is taking in knowledge. There's an understanding of, for the most part, what is right, what is wrong. It is reading everything that it can get their hands on. And it is becoming a much larger entity than just a pinhead, even if it's that same size. Now, everything that I just described to you is everything that happens to a human being, too.
Sounds like a human.
It is a baby that goes all the way to adult. That's what we are. Our environment, our experiences, what we learn, what we do right, what we do wrong, how we're able to use that for future decisions, what we read, what we learn.
Mm-hmm. All of it.
We're AI. Now, are we artificial? I mean, we're organic matter.
Huh? You say we're AI?
I said we're AI if your definition of AI is something that starts with nothing and learns and makes decisions based on what it's learned and continues to grow and get smarter. That's what we do as humans.
But that's also an animal. It's also a reptile. It's also
absolutely, except some animals don't have the brain capacity to actually make better decisions. That's one of the things that separates us from animals.
There's no dumb bird and a smart bird.
Oh, they do talk.
There are reaction. There are ways that animals instinctually react different.
Yeah.
But those are so genetic, and they can't read books, but they can learn from their environment, which are mainly just reactions.
Yeah.
If the definition of AI is something that learns and grows and gets better, that's what we are too as humans. Now it's able to grow at a much more rapid pace, and then you get into simulation theory, and then. So will it create a new species?
Sounds like it will.
I don't know that in how we define species it will, but I think we can create something that it can go into that will then live.
So in the documentary, I did use this example of, and this is more on the fear side of things.
Oh, no.
That if you, and I'm paraphrasing, but you know how if we want to go do something on the ground and say you have this grass and then there's an ant pile, but we just scoot that ant pile out of the way like it's no big deal, right? Well, that is how AI could look at us like,
yeah, that's often been the alien analogy.
Like, we'll just scoot them out of the way. Like, sorry, I mean, nothing against you, ants. Like,
you're just ants.
You're just here doing your thing. But like, that's how the AI would look at us. Like, oh, we're just here doing our thing.
Us because
so
you're not as smart as us.
Get out
like
of the
Amy's
way.
Saying. Yeah. Like, why would we care about you? You're actually a burden to us.
So are we being stupid for doing this? Like, it seems like we're being
You
smart.
need to watch this documentary because
I don't
that's
really want to.
No, it's you'd like the guy
No.
that did it. Like it's him and his wife, and they're having a baby. So he was exploring all of these different things so that he didn't have all the same thoughts you're having. Like, what are we even doing? This seems crazy.
It just sounds like it's dumb.
This
but
wasn't
we're-
smart or stupid. It was inevitable.
No, we could easily decide not to do that because that could be dangerous for our existence.
It was completely inevitable. We were going to grow to the point where we wanted to grow beyond the point that we could actually grow. So can we create something that grows faster than us to help us, but also has the ability to grow faster than us, that has the capability to not help us? inevitably this was going to happen. It just so happens this version is happening while we're alive.
All because of money, right?
Everything's because of
And
money.
advancements.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like Bobby was saying, there's
Yeah.
certain,
Money.
Everything is because of money.
yes.
Two things.
That's what drives it.
I mean, really, yes.
Sex
it's
and money. That's it. That's the world. So
Lunchbox is like, yeah.
Right. You ain't lying.
What I like.
That's why he's here right now.
I mean, that's what people are after.
Well,
that's super interesting. I'm glad you watched it. Did you? Were you entertained by it?
yeah.
Or did you feel like you were going to school?
Both. I felt like I was learning. I felt like it's just such a hot topic right now that
Yeah.
I was drawn in.
That's good.
I mean, I would like to know these things because even on social media, you see both sides. You see some people encouraging us to dive in and learn as much as we can
You
because
should.
it's the way of the future. And then other people are like, I can't believe that y'all are participating in AI and these influence right now. I guess ChatGPT just did some retreat and they brought a bunch of influencers and then these other influencers are calling them out. Can't believe you're going
I
and
would
letting
go.
them. Yeah.
I would go. You can either get with technology or get run over by it. That doesn't mean that all parts of that technology are good or positive, but you can either get busy living, really, or get busy dying, because this, again, has repeated itself hundreds of times throughout civilization. Now, as Amy said, it's compounding so much faster now, but our growth technologically is compounding so much faster now. Dude, we couldn't jump 10 feet in the air, and then all of a sudden the Wright brothers create an airplane, and the next thing you know, 50 years later, we're on the moon.
Yeah.
And my years may be a little off there, but
I get what you're saying.
that's how fast.
That's wild.
It's wild.
Well, maybe that's why Elon is saying that in 10 years we're
Yeah, he's just
gonna
missed so
be-
many times on that. Yeah, I hear you. And
moneyless.
if you don't learn to use it in some form, you will be completely left behind. In 7 to 10 years, completely left behind. Now, it's up to you if you use it for good or for bad. There's not a lot of ways that the general public can use it for bad right now. But if you don't use it, you will be left behind. Same thing about the internet. Same thing about books and go to printing press, and same thing about all that. Carrier pigeons and what. Can you believe we're sending pigeons with carriers? We're not humans, man. We're putting humans out of jobs that used to carry notes. We're using pigeons. You don't think that was a conversation that happened back then?
That's still wild that you can train a pigeon to do that.
Dude, that
blows my mind.
Hey, that's crazier than AI.
Hey,
You gotta bring a
100%.
pigeon to go
Honestly.
somewhere. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's called.
It is called the AI doc, but then there's an extra little thing to it.
And it's on.
It's on Peacock
Oh, it's called the AI Doc. Or
The
How
AI
I
Doc.
Became.
or How I Became an Apocalyptimist.
That's a tough word.
Apocalyptimist?
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptimist?
It looks like it looks like a Sesame Street character.
Oh,
Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was on, and my friend told me about it. So.
Apocalyptimist. Yeah, that's it.
I'm looking up what apocalyptimist means. It refers to someone who recognizes that the world is facing significant problems, but still believes that things can turn out well.
That's me.
This term combines a sense of awareness about dire situations with a hopeful outlook for the future. So the reason why is he was very skeptical about what was happening. And so that's why the AI doc, or How I Became. So doing this documentary turned him into apocalyptimist.
Yeah, I think I'd be a Snuffleupagus too.
Yeah.
If it can help.
So
I'm
like,
not gonna say cure because that's not an actual disease, but if it can combat homelessness and we can find a way. But then don't get me started on. There's enough churches in this country. If every church chipped in a portion of the money that they make, we could fix homelessness in our country. But
and billionaires
churches don't care.
could pay
But
proper.
But there's enough churches in the country, just churches who want to do good. Billionaires don't want to do
Sure,
good.
and a lot of churches do a lot of good to help their communities.
Yeah, but as a whole, every church in America could fix homelessness. But
I agree.
Most
I think
churches
that
don't want
a lot
to.
of times in church too, there's a lot of judgment towards, like, they say they want to help the homeless, but then they also judge how they got into that situation.
Well, I'm a Snuffleupagus, and if you guys want to join Amy and I as Snuffleupaguses,
Snuffleupagus.
yeah, we got it.
Apocalyptimists.
All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. We put the AI stuff at the end in case people didn't want to happen to hear that. Yeah. But Amy brought this one up.
Yeah, I know. Surprising.
Amy talking about that is my Viagra.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Stop. Amy, never bring it up again.
Yeah, that's my
I
Viagra.
feel
Never.
weird.
That's my Viagra. Yeah. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. everybody.
It's a Bobby Bones show.